morning. Welcome to part 188 of our Bedrock Survival series. I started a new little project on the house last night. I'm just going to add a deck in the back, even though I didn't really like the closeness to the creek. I don't remember my password here. I think that's correct. Okay. We'll get to these shortly. Okay. Yes, I started this deck last night. Oh. Hey, you. It's okay, good. So, I determined that I really needed stairs down. And I wasn't just gonna make it here, because that doesn't feel right. Like, if I just put doors here, whoop-de-doo, wow. There are doors here, but that sucks. I wanted to make, like, proper stairwell down off of a deck so that it feels comfortable, instead of just making an access door off the stairwell, making it feel like an apartment building or something. So, yeah, I started that there. Built another, I moved the tree farm. And, I'm gonna see what else needs to be done here. I do think I am gonna break up this wall because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I don't, there's not gonna be enough light down here, which I don't dig. It'll also look nice to have the supports underneath the balcony in the background. Just some contrast, you know? It looks nice. We'll see what I want to do with how the doors work, because it feels a little weird right now. And I'm certainly not going to add the stairs here. I know that I didn't want to have the stairs, the deck, be the same level as the stairwell, or have the stairs come down from the stairwell. It would have just felt too industrial. I really wish you had cherry blossoms. I didn't want them to come from here. It just would have looked bad. Actually, there's no reason for this to be here, in my opinion. Doesn't look right. It just feels like a crawl space, and it shouldn't really feel that way. So I'll close it up. I'm going to change the orientation of these. And then style these. See, that looks nicer. It accentuates this part of the stairwell. Although I could, I suppose, just bring the fence all the way down and expose this whole area and show the differences between the different levels. Fence could travel over the stairs and such. I could do that, we'll see. I kind of like it fixed higher up. So where are these stairs going to go? I think sadly the only answer is to have it wrap around here and then come down. I think that's the only way. It's the only way, you know? What's up, guys? Like, oh, what are we doing? Yeah, I like this being closed. It feels safer when it's closed because you just feel a little bit too close to the outside when this is open, you know? The window here is very nice. Hi, Horsey. I was thinking about doing it from underneath, but I don't need to do that. Okay. There's just no other way to do this. Again, it's about having there be enough space and access that it feels comfortable, not just so that it works. I hate how close it is to the creek, but like I said last night, I have been keenly aware of how important it is to let there be space and to pace things properly. It's not like I have been irresponsible with my decisions. If I have to compromise in certain areas, it's a compromise. It's not necessarily me being irresponsible or remiss. It's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you need to compromise. Always, actually. There's always compromise in design. And the stairs will just go here. This will be the backyard access. It's okay. Owie. To minimize the intrusion here into the creek, I'm going to just put this. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a solid block. That's what I was thinking before over here, but it's even more vital over here, I find. Anyway. I made sure I had enough stairs last night. This isn't bad, actually. This isn't bad. It's okay. Looks a little odd from this angle, but this is the most efficient way to do it. So it's cozy. It's cozy, you know? It's whatever. Yeah. Over here, I think what I'd like to do is close it up so it doesn't feel like there's like a weird space here. I don't like that. Creating like a weird nook where things could go, and I just don't like that. Close it up. Close it up real nice. So I'll just probably fill this with wood so that it doesn't feel like uncomfortable over here. You don't need to see like the woodwork of the stairs like, we don't need to see all this, you know what I mean? It's not necessary. I'm gonna close it up to make it feel nicer. And what I'm not gonna do is just push the oak trap doors outward so they're flush with the stairs, because it would look weird down here. It would create a weird, uncomfortable gap. So we're not gonna do that. Better. For sure. For sure. Part of the reason it looked weird before is because it was just sort of floating. Now it's not really floating anymore. The way I have this wall worked right now isn't really working. I just feel like there should be these should be framed properly. Because they're not framed properly, it's making all this extra space on top that makes it look a little barren. Bare. Both. So if I just took this down and I put doors here, I would only have space for one window on either side. It wouldn't look right. I need 2 doors. I just need to find a way to frame this nicely. I suppose if I needed to, I could put logs here. I just feel like it would be a little redundant, but let me test. See how that feels. It's gonna create a double area. Like it's gonna double it here. But to frame them, it might be the only option. I think I like it better, actually. So now you have the proper framing. Here I could probably put like either okay, that was wrong actually. Oh, I see. This needs to go. This was the problem area. It's not necessary. There it is. This makes sense. The question is, let me look here. Yeah, I don't need this here. Like that, I mean. Oh, I feel like that looks a little weird. Okay, no, I do need it. Oh my god, there's so many issues here no matter what I do. I thought this was the way of going about it. I guess I'll just put in, whoops, some trapdoor. Like so. This is so much, this is like 10 times better. Before was awful. Before looked like an apartment you'd get in Spain for 500 bucks, and then everyone in the comments says how awful America is because you have to pay more for rent, but in Spain you get a shitty apartment with white walls and structurally unsound architecture and unsound engineering and fires and gangs that rape and murder you. So like, I'd rather just get what you pay for than go to fucking Spain or someplace in bumfuck Europe and pretend that I'm getting a worthwhile experience just because I've paid less for it. Anyways, now it looks better. Why are there so many skeletons? I believe this has piercing. Yeah, it does. Sweet. We don't need those there. Obviously from when the trees spawn some vines. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Fine. Yeah, it's fine. I may want to consider adding another window right there, even though I didn't want to. Because it feels like you could just peer from the stairwell into the room. But whatever. We'll see. I'm also considering adding an overhang to this because it's realistic for it to be that way. Just an overhang with a low slope so that it doesn't completely consume the rooms above it. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. If I did that, it would certainly balance out the back of the building more. It would soften it a lot because it would be breaking up a lot of space that would otherwise just be like a flush wall. Wow, very handsome. So this is what it officially looks like from this angle without the trees obfuscating it. That area looks a little odd, that hollow space there. Oh yeah, it's because it wasn't loaded. Okay. So this is what it looks like from here. It's still very nice looking. This is probably the hardest, the roughest view of it, but it's still very nice looking. Very nice. At some point I could break up just this frontmost portion of the facade, or of this large tower here. I could just put something down here to break it up a little bit at some point. It's not necessary, it looks nice either way. I like how in this way on the left, you think that it tapers off and that it's just 2 stories with a little bit of roof, in sharp contrast to a 3-story space. But no, you actually have room up here. It's deceptive, and I like that. Because it looks like, oh, the roofs are flat here, no 3rd story here, but nope, there's a full room here, and it's not that small either. That's why I was so emphatic about that attic, quote-unquote attic room. It's sort of like the liaison between the full 3rd story and the wings that only have 2 stories with a little bit of roof on top. Very important. It's how these two reconcile. At some point I may want to look into actually closing the bottom of this up and turning it to private space, like a little indoor-outdoor like lounge down here, instead of having it open into the basement. That's a risk actually, because if I did that, it would start looking a little bit dry. There'd be a lot of wall all the way down. So maybe not. We'll see. I really wish I had some cherry blossoms. I really, really do. I definitely want this area to be a little bit overgrown here. I'll start on this side since I have more room to work with. Remove some of these that are closest to the stairs. Remove these under here. Little bit of trimming over here. Little bit of trimming over here. I want it to sort of follow the creek. How about a bush here? Yeah. And maybe here. I don't like that. Here. And I'm gonna get actually some bushes from over here. These flowers are horrible. I have to remove them. They have no business being here. What can I get rid of? Here's what I'll do. I'll turn this. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, shoot. Oh. Okay. I needed more anyway. And just go in here. The stairwell is so much nicer and more secure with this closed. It'll be very nice eventually to have a couple trees here at eye level. Not too many though. I wonder what recipes closed eye blossom is used in, if any. Oh, right, I had barrels, not composters. I was wondering why it wasn't collapsing. That's cute. So glad I moved this over. It was time. Yeah, I wanted to take some of these bushes over here. See what I could do with them. What can I get rid of here? I'll get rid of these barrels. I'm not really going to use them. And I'm going to collect these bushes here. What do I want? I'll take all of them for demo purposes. See what values work there and which ones don't. So I'm thinking like this kind of a situation. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too strategic, but just something to accentuate the pathway on the side and to insulate you from the creek, you know what I'm saying? At some point I'll get more bushes. Right now that's fine. Like I keep saying, trees will be very nice here. Just one or two. I'm thinking like one or two max. One in the corner. One elsewhere. I'm only going to use at max 2 trees over there, so I will just replant any trees in excess of 2. Any saplings, I mean, in excess of 2. That's fine. I wanted to get rid of that now. Wow, the house looks amazing from that angle. It looks like something you'd see out on the Hamptons. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Except slightly over. Sorry, what happened? You like one here. Hopefully it would be larger. the knot, and then also I'm thinking one over here. Hopefully larger.
What's your name?
What am I looking at right now? Sorry. This is so pretty out here. The trees will be very, very nice here when they're done. Growing, when they grow. When you're done. When the trees are done. It'll be very nice. I like how these are not connected. I need light here. If I don't like the way this part looks broken up, I can always change it, but I need light. Fat chance, buddy. Oh, where'd I go? Where'd I go? Here I am. Oh! Oh! He was quick. I wasn't... Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting him to be that quick. Anyway, it's better lit up like this. You don't want any nasty surprises. I'll do the same here. If I don't like any of this on the outside, I can always change it. Man, I love how I worked this basement. I really do. So good. This feels a little dark right here, which I'm not digging at all. What the? Why is it? It's weird. Anyway. I want it to be nice and bright down here, no surprises. Love how this area is open. Love it, love it, love it. Hey buddy, do you want to come here? Do you want to come in here? You can come in here if you want. It's so dark over there. Whatever. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Great progress. I will be back on sometime soon.